EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Mike spot forward.
Check.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. One of the big questions in the lead up to Super Bowl 54, the health of Tevin Coleman. We saw him go down fairly early in that NFC Championship game against Green Bay, and you thought, oh boy, that doesn't look good. Separated shoulder, pop back into place, and he wants to give it a go.
And you understand.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Check. Walk 54. We don't want this.
Check three.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey,
Here we go.
these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Check. You're good. Line 4, ready.
Bang, 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 bang. Switch.
3 seconds.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. A gain of 3, second down.
Double lady.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
Pull it high.
A 3-yard pickup.
From the 27, Breeze. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Breeze going to go on fourth down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on fourth down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on fourth down here early in the game.
Now on 2nd and 13, Breeze. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
You kill.
Breeze now to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Hey, here we go. Hey, switch gears. Big edge.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I got you. Two-step bomber.
On second down now, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 7 yards there and a first down.
65.
Get ready. First down, 49ers.
Mike's 54.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by them.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
Third and 9.
Here we go. 180.
Check. Watch 54.
11.
Let's go. Check. Fresno.
Hey, Delta.
Fresno. Hey, watch that.
Hey, gun.
Right 54. Oh, here we go.
right there. 54 Mike.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Open man is born. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
White.
Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a first down. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game. And they reacted poorly on that one.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. Fielded just inside the 20. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Breeze now on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
21.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Steps away to his left. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Trey Hendrickson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Break it down, fellas. Break it down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held into an okay gain.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. James now to return. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. It's caught by Sanders. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
Hey, box truck.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
Here we go.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. George Kittle, the all-pro. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
You ain't got nothing.
Back. Wide. Get wide.
21. Here we go. Go ahead.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to fire, and that's caught inside the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
12, fellas. Here we go.
Garoppolo now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And they will finally get him down to the 27-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Gibbs got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 30 yards there, and, of course, the first down as well. Now Breeze. This is caught by Ginn. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a first carry for their fullback. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7. Kill.
61, matchbox lights.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Push him back. Watch the edge. He's checking. Crash. Kill.
Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Well, partner, let's talk Super Bowl. We have to. Before the year, by the way, we made predictions for the Super Bowl. You got one of the teams right. You had Kansas City and New Orleans, but you had the Saints winning. I also had the Saints there, but losing to New England. And now we get a chance to rectify things. So who's going to win the big game, partner?
Well, I think San Francisco wins 35-34. MVP, usually a quarterback. But in this case, we're going to have an upset. Middle linebacker Fred Warner is going to have 13 tackles and an interception return for a touchdown and be the upset MVP winner over Jimmy Garoppolo, because in the Super Bowl, if the quarterback does anything, he wins the award. But this time, the defense, which got them there, is going to take charge, and Fred Warner walks away. Super Bowl MVP, 49ers Super Bowl champions.
Wow, you went above and beyond with great specifics there. I'll be a little bit more general. I'll just say that the Chiefs are going to win by a touchdown, and yes, I'll go with the MVP being number 15, Patrick Mahomes.
And if you're not really rooting in...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Bravo.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen...
And Breeze is going to go down in the end zone, a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Here we go. 180! 13! Check 4! Shim! Watch the shim! Jim! Check 43! 65.
Coleman. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the slack.
And no pitch there, and no chance either, as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
I'm coming after you. Say it.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And some room to maneuver. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
21.
He was brought down by Kiko Alonso. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the same
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
On first down, here's Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Now, you don't see option pitches a whole lot in the NFL, but there worked out pretty well, resulted in a touchdown.
And it's hard for defenses because they don't see it very often, so the time in preparing each week is probably minimal. So when it comes at them, it's often a surprise. And what a nice job on the read. Pitch to the running back, and he takes it all the way in for a touchdown.
Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Kill.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots in the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Ready. Mike 36. Mike 36. I'm here all day.
To throw again on second down. Breeze. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
18 yards, first down Niners. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 23 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, San Francisco.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Mike 54. Watch the run. They're running it.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about